10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Press Box with your hosts, Scott Fitzgerald and Sean Clemens.
What's up, Fantasy World? Welcome to a special episode of Fantasy Football Press Box. Woo, woo, woo. Scott, look at Scott. He knows it's a great day today, guys. This is going to be a really awesome episode. We got some pretty crazy announcements coming your way. And, I mean, as always, our crazy panel is here to go nutty on another draft. So, Scotty, Double Down Dan, myself, Sean, here to have some fun with you guys. Scott, my friend, how excited are you today to talk about this charity thing?
This is a big day for Sudden Death Fantasy Sports. We launched this platform back in September. We launched the YouTube page in November. And this was our goal when Sean and I got together and moved on from where we were at before, that we wanted to do something that benefited the charity community. So this is what we wanted to do, and it's come to fruition right now because we got some cool things in the works right now, and super excited. Today's a huge day.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Double Down Dan, man, how you doing today, buddy? You were talking about preparing dinner for the fam before you got on the show today. What kind of a family man are you, brother?
I'm a man, a jack of all trades, a master of none. So that's kind of what I do around these parts. When you're a large man and you have a hot wife, you have to deliver in certain ways. Okay, so I got to cook sometimes. All right.
And we know it's not 10 inches because we've already figured that out before.
We can go ahead and just clear that up right now. It's nowhere close to 10 on any scale whatsoever. So metrically maybe, but yes, no, that's I just do everything. You know, Dugong isn't just a pile of shit that just tears apart your fantasy teams. He's a full service father.
Yeah, he's a Dugong of all trades.
I like it. Super stoked about the charity, though. I cannot wait to hear what you guys have in store.
Bro, I mean, me too, man. Like it's been a lot of work and stuff to set it all up, but we have a great friend who should be joining us here soon, Billy from Pred Team Memorabilia, and we'll wait to get into the details we'll try to wait to get into the details until he jumps in here. He's having a little bit of a delay getting going today, but he'll be here as soon as he can. But in the meantime, man, we got some really great things happening and some really good prizes coming your way, and we wouldn't be able to do it without his help. So the fact that we got here this time that we did from September, November, like Scott said, to now, I mean, we're not even talking a full calendar year here, and we're basically moving at light speed at this point. Yeah, we've got that, we've got roster roulette, we've got everything else that we've worked towards for the last few months is like just all starting to come together at the perfect time because we are 2 weeks away from the Fantasy Football Expo. And man, I gotta tell you guys, I am pumped for this for this weekend at the Expo. I cannot wait for that, man. It is at Canton, so we get to go to the NFL Hall of Fame for the first time. It's going to be just a blast out there, and we're going to be able to gather more and more monies for this charity event at the Expo as well. And I mean, I'm hoping that everything comes together at that Expo and just everything we've been building towards, it just literally all comes to fruition that weekend, and I cannot wait for it.
Beautiful. Full circle.
I know, I know, man. And when Billy gets on here, we'll talk more about the charity there. I want to give it a couple more minutes before I go too in detail on that stuff. But that's that's going to be something that it's going to be hard for me to hold back the Hallmark tears, man. I always ends up happening when I get into stuff that I'm passionate about, and this is probably going to be no different. But I'll do the best I can to get through everything without turning into a blubbering mess for you guys and have a good time while we're at it, because it all is a good thing. We want to do good things, have fun doing it, and raise money for the right causes. So, Scotty, man, let's talk a little bit of sports here. Before we move forward. Double down, Dan. You guys were talking a little bit pre-game. What is going on with you guys in your WNBA bets right now? Like, are you guys just like, do you have some sort of inside line? Do you have Sophie Cunningham's phone number in your phone or something? How are you getting this type of return on your investment?
Listen, I have the world's most successful model on the face of the earth for WNBA betting. I am not giving anyone else my information besides that chat. So if you want to know what we've been doing, you'll have to come over to the.
Are they letting Rocky play in the WNBA now? Is that
we have some inside information on that. If he does turn a profit at Fanatics Fest, he is going to transition and become a WNBA player. So
he'll be an instant all-star. He would definitely be an instant all-star.
The kid runs a 7.440.
He would be the Shaq of the WNBA. I mean, he really would, bro. He would be just like throwing bows and running over girls.
I think he would be electric in the WNBA. He would definitely be hurting women because you know how it is.
But I gotta say that I think Asia would take him. I think Asia take him down.
There's a couple like Cardoso,
Rocky, step on his face and slam dunk off of it.
There's a couple that would put Rocky into the stands a couple times with his shots. But you know what? I feel like he's going to be a role player in the WNBA. I don't think he gets above that. The girls are very talented these days. But yeah, we're giving out just insane parlays that have just been hitting. The WNBA is just it's a gold mine. Just come over to DGen Fantasies Discord and hop in. Get some picks, man.
I mean, honestly, it really is, and it's a fun sport to watch. I know a lot of people tease and stuff, but it really has started.
The product is way better than it used to be, man.
It really is. It really is, man.
Night and day.
Is anybody in that league? Are they tall enough to dunk?
No,
not at this time. I think there might be one girl that's capable of it, but I don't know if
there's a girl that's 6'7".
Yeah, I was gonna say, if there's a woman there that's like 6'4", 6'5", they should be able to dunk, right?
Well, it's been done already. I know Lisa did it back in the day.
Yeah, but it was like she barely got there.
A dunk is a dunk, man. Come on.
I mean,
just because you barely dunk it. I mean, Michael barely dunked when he jumped from the free throw line. Didn't make it any less impressive.
All right, we're not going to compare those two things right now.
I'm just saying, man.
We're not comparing.
I mean, his fingertips were at the very top, and his toes were only a couple inches off the ground by the time he got that ball into the net. Doesn't make it any less impressive, mind you, but it wasn't like he was like, over the top of the rim, like, oh, let me just set this ball down in here after I flew.
Much different when you're coming from the foul line, though. We gotta let's get it together a little bit. Just reel it in, just a tad.
Oh man, I'm so glad that we had a good WNBA conversation to talk about. It got to plug the DGen channel in the meantime. We'll talk a little bit more about Rocky's awesome thing coming up here this next weekend and a little bit later in the show. But we have our buddy in the house. Let's let him get his makeup checked out. Looks like he's checking himself out in the mirror. He's getting himself ready to go. This is our friend from Prestige Memorabilia, the main man. We call him Billy. Here he is. What is up, my friend? How are you today, brother?
Going on. Busy. I am sweating. Didn't get the shower after work. A lot of running around, but I'm here. I couldn't be happier. Sorry, I'm a little late, but best things come to those who wait, and we got big news for everybody coming up, so I'm excited for what we're doing. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Good.
Dude, we're doing great, man. Having a good time over here teasing Dan about his partner in crime at the DGen Boys. But
I mean, he's on the YouTube while I was getting everything all set up. I had to get a quick bite to eat. I heard WNBA crushing bets. So
yeah.
We're
degenerates.
Be for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They do have half of their name is perfect. The other half it needs work, because fantasy isn't really their wheelhouse. But We're getting them there. We're working on
I'm
it.
pretty
Dan
sure I
started.
just outdrafted the bejesus out of you. So maybe watch your tone.
According to everybody
Maybe
else,
watch
I
your
got
tone.
outdrafted by literally 11 people in that 12-person draft. So I'm not going to say that that's all that impressive to sit here and talk bad about my team at this point.
I'm just saying there were 12 teams and you were 13th in the draft. All right.
I was
Let's
going to
just
say
put it
there might
that
have
way.
been 12 teams that were better than his.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell you were looking at, but it wasn't the board I was seeing. That's for sure.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I've been looking at some of Billy's teams, and I mean, we probably shouldn't have let this guy in these leagues because he's drafting some pretty nice teams.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think we got to take
You know
Billy
what,
out of these leagues
guys,
altogether.
let's temper expectations here a little
It
bit.
was
All right,
beginning
stop
to
getting so excited over somebody else's squad right now. Let's, I know you're not happy with your team. Doesn't mean you got to already jump ship and ride another coattail. Come on now.
Somebody was like, "Hey, I wish I could just join that league to follow your whole season." I'm like, "Man, you're making me feel like I'm a pro. Like you want
That would be epic, right? If we could actually have like pro fantasy football players, like a actual professional fantasy football like kind of setup, that would be pretty awesome. I don't know how it would work. It would be crazy, but
they would just be betting on us. They would just be betting on our teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, right. Just people like it'd be like Hunger Games almost, like they're betting on our teams, like VR, like a bunch of rich people in a huge tower watching us on screens.
I'd be minus 175 probably in that league to win the championship.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna go ahead and just put the kibosh on that real quick. You are not minus 175.
Come on,
you
jump
might
on
be
the wave,
plus 500, but not minus 175.
Plus 500 for him. What does that make me? Like plus 10,000? Like
again, you're off the board. Nobody's allowed to
He's
bet on
totally off
you
the
whatsoever. They are worried that you threw that in our colluding. That's
my
what we're
team's so
worried
bad,
about.
it just goes straight to like 200 to 1, 300 to 1. And they don't even do like the minus or plus or anymore. They just straight up call it straight something to 1. Like that's how bad you are, bro.
I just feel like it was kind of like a Make-A-Wish situation when you were there on the draft. So it was good that you got to join your first league
my life
ever.
Is a Make-A-Wish situation. Like
Oh man,
we're doing it again. It's not why we're here. We're
Get it
here
together,
to talk about the
guys.
charity and the fantasy leagues we're doing. We're not here to go off on tangents. Oh man, that one didn't even include the Bills either. Good Lord. All right.
We should talk about Josh Allen for a couple minutes, though, right? Or no, okay.
But we will be talking about the Bills later because we do have a Bills jersey involved in our charity drive that we're doing. So now that Billy is here, let's go ahead and get into some of the details about our upcoming fundraiser here, guys. This is our Charity League fundraiser that we're running, and we want to make this a yearly thing. All right. And, obviously Billy is here with us. I would love for Billy to remain to be a part of this with us as we move forward, because I feel like this is something that we kind of make a thing going forward every year, start it earlier in draft season next season, and really like push hard to do the best we can. Just keep building on this because it's such I think just a really cool concept. And I'm hoping that you guys dig it as much as we are. So here's the way that's going to work, guys. We have 5 items. Let me pull up our flyer for you guys here and announce our 5 items here, guys.
Is the chat ready to find out what the items are? I don't know. You got some.
I mean, I don't understand what's going on with the chat right now. They're a little ghostly, but it's okay because they'll come around. They usually do. And once they start coming around and some people are still getting off work, getting settled, so you put the kids down, things like that. It'll pick up here in a little bit because it usually does. But it doesn't matter because they come back and they rewatch later. By evidence of our last show, which nearly hit 200 views already. Thank you guys out there again for doing that. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button while you're here. But yeah, man, this show will pick up. People will watch it. They'll understand what's coming. So I think now is definitely the time.
Just trying to build the hype. People excited.
I love it.
Fucking bangers coming.
Right. I let the cat out of the bag a couple times last week, so I'm going to zip it. I'm so excited. I seen Sean sent me some of the stuff this morning, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to contain myself on the pod.
Oh man, he's so funny too because Scott literally he let the cat out of the bag like twice last week. It was just like, oh, look at this. Oh,
let me see that.
It was out of pure excitement. It was all excitement, but it was so funny.
I mean, he's got some bangers coming. I mean, wait till you see the grand prize.
Bangers
That-
and
I
mash.
know, that took me a while to find, and I told Sean, I was like, I am so indecisive with certain things, and I wanted to make sure it was a banger, and I was caught up between things, and it was like a last minute. This popped up on me, and I'm like, perfect. Threw it towards Sean. He was like, perfect, and the rest is history.
Yes, sir.
Dude, I'm so excited, man. I really am. And
Me too.
I'm going to pull it up here for you guys. So let me do it this way here. Let's go to this bad boy. And don't you worry about that draft. We're going to talk about that here a little bit later. But for now, the reason we're over here is so that I can give you guys this bad boy right here. And yeah, you can't see Billy and you can't see Dan right now. I can actually fix that if you give me a few minutes here. But basically, this is our flyer, guys. This is what we're doing here, right? And this is going to be like a 5-league marathon charity drive, right? So let me update this bad boy real quick so that we can kind of see where everybody's at, and we're gonna add Billy in here too. Hey, how you doing there, Billy? How you doing up there in the corner? Yeah, we got half of you. Yeah. You just gotta stay right there, buddy. That's about the best we can do right now. So you just
It's the
live with
good
that.
half. Don't worry.
We can't cover up that QR code. That is very important. That QR code right there is where you guys are going to scan to go ahead and go to this charity right here. So don't pay attention to that QR code in the picture, guys. That is in the old QR code. I actually pulled up the wrong photo, and I just realized that. So do not scan the QR code in this flyer. The real flyer has the right QR code. The one that you need to scan is up in the top corner of your screen. So if you guys notice, though, what is correct on there is those 4 jerseys and that beautiful gray helmet right there.
That's silver, Sean. Sean, that is silver. That is not gray. It's the silver and black.
I don't know what.
Hey, you know what? I'm a Bills fan. Okay, I don't pay attention to the color scheme of other
God,
teams. All I
stepping on
care
the
about
Raiders
is the
helmet.
beautiful red, white, and blue of
Wow.
Buffalo, baby.
Wow.
So, anyways,
Yo,
Scott's right. I should have said silver. You're right, and I'm sorry. It is the hometown team, right? I should be gracious enough to at least say the right color. So silver it is. Silver and black Brock Bowers helmet with a, what is it, Scott?
It's the silver visor.
The silver visor.
And
That's
once
right.
we go through everything, I'll pull some stuff up on the stream. I'll show you guys what we got so you can see it better than just on a flyer. But that helmet.
Yeah, we're gonna show. Go ahead, Billy.
Even if I show you guys, when I show you guys the helmet, it doesn't do it justice. In person, it blows it away. That helmet is one of a kind. It's just, but you'll see. You'll see. Go ahead, continue, Sean.
This is
Excited.
awesome. I'm really excited too because I haven't seen it, but in the photos too. So I'm kind of excited to see how it looks when you're holding it up here live in person. So you guys can see we've got James Cook, Bijan Robinson, Jamar Chase, and Devon Achane. So these are not scrub players out here, guys. These are some hardcore good players in the league, and these jerseys are going to do nothing but go up in value. And all you have to do to get your way into one of these leagues is donate $30. It's going directly to Fantasy Cares, which, if you're not familiar with Fantasy Cares, that's Scott Fish, aka Fishbowl. That's his charity, so that's going to go right to him. He knows what to do with it. He's great at doing these things. He's the number one nonprofit in the fantasy industry, so he's definitely the man to do this for us. And as we move forward, we'll talk about different ones that we can work with. But for this first donation, we wanted to go ahead and work with this gentleman. He's a part of the FSGA like we are, and we like to show our support to all of our fellow members. So I'm hoping that we can raise some good money for him so that he can help do some good things with it. $30 gets you 1 ticket. You can get up to 3 tickets, so you can donate $90 and get a total of up to 3 tickets. You are more than welcome to donate more than $90, of course, but you can only get up to 3 total tickets to get in the drawing. We are going to draw for 4 of these leagues. All 4 of the Jersey leagues are going to be drawings. So everybody who donates and gets on the list will be in the drawing bucket, and you will be drawn along with everybody else. The 12 people will be in each league, and we'll do 1 league at a time. And the way we're going to work through this, guys, is we're going to rock it basically in that format. If you've already gotten in one, you're not going to be eligible for the next ones, but you can be eligible for the Brock Bowers one and one of the jerseys, because the Brock Bowers helmet is going to be to the top 12 donators are going to get in that league. So if you donate and you're in the top 12 list of donators, you're going to get in the Brock Bowers league automatically. And then you still are eligible with your 3 tickets to get into one of the other 4 Jersey leagues as well. So you could end up in 2 leagues with this donation here, guys. So, the return on your investment is well worth it. And on top of that, it's going to a great cause. So there's really no reason not to do this, guys. I mean, I'm not a hard salesman. I don't like to push people towards things. This is one of the types of things that I will push people towards if I can, because there's no reason not to do something like this. You've got the extra few bucks. You're playing in a bunch of leagues. If you don't join something like this, you don't donate $30 and get your chance at one of these leagues, then you're not doing something right. You should do at least one ticket in this donation, if at least one ticket. So, guys, I really do appreciate every one of you two that donates it. Even if you can't make it up to the $30 donation, any donation is going to be eligible for our other giveaway that we're going to talk about here soon. That's actually going to be a drawing for if we can get the actual go ahead on the helmet or not. I have to ask Billy on that in a minute, but we'll talk about that here in a second. You will be eligible to that. So any donation is going to count, guys. You do not have to donate $30 if you don't have that option and you want to just donate 5, 10, whatever. That's totally fine. You're still going to get an opportunity to win the other autographed helmet that we're going to talk about here later. So I'm really, really excited, guys. I think this concept could bring some really good opportunities to the table for you guys and for the charities that we're driving for. So this is our first go round at it. This is our inaugural season. We're going to do this every year, hopefully moving forward. And like I said, we want it to grow tenfold next year, so on and so forth as we move forward. And I'm just really, really excited. I'm really humbled about the opportunity to do this. And being that we're here now after everything we've gone through, me and Scott, it's been a pretty, tumultuous time for us, and I might have messed that word up just like debacle. I don't care. But it's been pretty tough for me and Scott through a lot of tough times to get to where we're at today. And I'm glad that we did go through all that, though, because without that, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I'm really thankful in the end for the way things played out. And I'm really happy that we've gotten to the point where we can actually be successful and ready to do what we're doing with you guys, because this is it, man. This is the end goal here. And this is just step one of what hopes to be a lot more of these types of things.
Yeah, and just to mention real quick, Sean and I, we didn't do all this ourselves. I mean, we started everything, pioneered it, but we brought some great people on, like Dan, like the people over at DGen Fantasy, like Cyborg in the chat, who's helped us a lot, going forward. We met Billy. We have Buster Martin, who's been helping us on the back end, who's going to take more responsibility going forward. So we brought on some people that we really trust going forward. That's going to really help us, plunge into the end zone, going into next year. So we're super excited with the direction that we're going in. And, we can't just do it ourselves. We have to bring on people that we trust and are able to do good things. And we think we're putting together a really good team.
Absolutely, man. And that part of that team is all of you guys that are listening right now too, man. Every one of you listeners that checks out the show, that subscribes to the channel, that joins one of our leagues, that hangs out with us and chats on DGen's channel and their Discords, and everywhere that you guys go, and Billy's Discord, hanging out with him in his sleeper hub there for his Drake London jersey. Join that if you want, because that's a free Drake London jersey you can get your hands on. But there's so many things, guys, that you guys are doing that is helping us do what we're doing. And without you, there wouldn't be us, right? And without all of us together, we wouldn't be able to do this types of things like we're doing with this charity drive. So I really do appreciate and love every single one of you guys out there that's listening to us.
Yeah, Sleeper has a great community. You guys built a great community. I'm building a great community, and we're joining communities. And it's just what I said to my community was tune into the YouTube. It's great leagues, great memorabilia, even greater cause. And you guys have the right direction. We're all in line with doing something for a better cause and doing the right thing and giving back to the people in general, whether it's people joining the leagues or people that are just going to get donated to, I'm just reading that. Hey boys, excited to listen. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, DGen. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for being here, man. We really appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button if you could while you're here, man. We could really use that help. Thank you so much, guys. Scott, man, it's good to have you here too, my friend. I don't recognize the name, might be a first time listener too, but if not, either way, it's good to either have you back or have you here one way or the other. And man, it's been just such a fun ride, and it is only getting better. We've been having so much fun on this show lately, so much that we've been literally doing double duty and lasting like 2 to 3 hours on every show, like way more than we plan on. And it's just because we're having such a blast talking with you guys and Billy, talk about it. You were just on for the first time with us here last week on that Thursday draft show. What kind of show was that for you compared to what you're used to when you're talking about a fantasy show?
Well, it was good. even like our initial conversations when we had our little meeting on here and everything, we just flowed so naturally. Like we just clicked, and I felt like, honestly, I was a little nervous going into the draft. I looked back at the videos, and it was like when you were like explaining yourself, I was like, and I was like missing parts and stuff, but it's all good. The draft was fun. I had a blast. Like I really can't wait for the next one. It was a good group, even if people weren't streaming, that were just tuning in and keeping up with the comments and stuff. It was very interactive. It was a good time. For sure.
Yeah, it really is, man. That's what we want. And that's what, without you guys in the audience and, guys like Billy here teaming with us and Dan coming on board and all that, like, things wouldn't be where they are, man. They just wouldn't. I know I've said that a couple of times, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's right. It's true, man. It's really what it is that drives the engine. You guys are the engine to this fantasy train that we're running on, right?
And if you and one other quick thing, if you guys think that this show is crazy, wait until the season starts and we collab on Sundays with the DGen Fantasy from 11 to 1. I'm hoping that's the time where everyone's going to be locked in, getting their lineups going, getting their bets in, and that's going to be 2 hours of chaos. So
yes,
can't wait for that.
I mean, that's going to be probably a lot of chaos. Like, I'm not going to lie. That was going to be a tough one because we're going to be going through fantasy stuff. We're going to be going through betting, and it's going to be me, Dan, Rocky, Scott, and Bri. At least there might even be Chris on there, depending on the situation. I don't know. But, I mean, just the 5 of us alone, it's scary.
Yeah, so you don't need to watch. You don't need to watch any of that other podcast crap that's on there. Any of that crap on TV. Just tune in from 11 to 1. It's right before the games come on, and we're going to have everything for you. And you guys can be locked and loaded. You guys can jump in, ask questions. We'll answer questions. We're going to do it all.
Yeah, absolutely. The poop emoji costume is going to be coming out, guaranteed. Almost every, if not every Sunday, 100. So I'm telling you guys, that show is going to be the pinnacle of shows for Sundays.
Just to put it out there, if you guys are bettors, we were up $6,000 collectively as a show through last NFL season. So just come on. It's going to be a great time.
Is that the money that Rocky used to bribe his way into the Fanatics game?
He did a lot of things to get onto that games, and I can't talk about them here. I could tell you about them on DGen, but not here. Yeah,
please don't. We try to stay PG-13. We've been leaning a little too far towards the R lately. We need to be a little bit more respectful.
Scott's been using terrible words, man.
Now, man.
It's
you know what? I've been getting sucked in a little bit over there.
Oh, my God, look at him. He's already talking terribly.
Why you said that? You were setting him up. You were giving him a perfect pitch in the strike zone and asking Babe Ruth not to swing. I mean,
I gotta take a cut at it, Scott. You know I have to. How dare you do that to me? Sorry.
Let's see.
Hey, but we made it a whole 27 minutes before we got to this point. So, I mean, that's a record so far for us.
It is. It's pretty good.
Yes, and thank you for all the subscribers, too. We jumped huge from last week in subscribers, and I'm sure that was probably from Billy's group. We had a lot of new faces in the chat and a lot of people coming in. And once we started launching this, Chris has been doing a great job, too. Once we started talking about the charity stuff, and we've talked about this all year. It's not like something that just popped up one weekend. We've been talking about it all year, but now that we met Billy and we're really into it now, I think people are seeing that we're truly gonna, do what we said we're gonna do from the start.
Yeah, Billy was just the missing piece, man. We just needed that opportunity to have a way to give people a reason to do this that's beyond just like, oh, hey, donate here and then play in this league for free. We really wanted to have some sort of a benefit for you guys because we want to say thank you for you being willing to donate and help the cause that we're trying to support. Then, in order to do that, we needed something like what Billy can offer with his connections with memorabilia and his business. It was the perfect marriage, man. It really was.
It happened so fast. Like because I joined your community and I was playing the roulette, and then I reached out to you, said how much I enjoyed it, and then we just started talking, and the next thing you know, these leagues got brought up like that and say, hey, we're doing this charity thing. And since then, I think I've talked to you every day, and we've had 2 meetings planning everything and got the ball rolling fast, and it's finally coming to a head. It's great. It's going to be great.
I mean, we had no choice because we had a short amount of time to get this launched and ready to roll because our main goal was to try to get this out there before the expo so that we can talk about this at the expo and really get it in front of all of those eyeballs. So that for that to be able to be an option, man, we had no choice but to like rush through this process and get it done. And that's why next year I think we'll have such a good, pilot to run off of next year, and a good way to maybe change things up on how we approach it. Maybe we'll do multiple different leagues and have it set up that way and try to hit up a bunch of charities, or who knows what we can do with this as we move forward. But this is going to give us such a good litmus test on how this process could work and what could potentially come of this. Because I think the sky's the limit, man. It's really a good setup. It's better than a 50-50 league, in my opinion, and 50-50 leagues have been one of the number one ways to help, provide for charity and have a good time doing the league in the process. I think this is a better opportunity, man. I really do.
Yep. Go ahead, D-Gen. Right up on Sean's left shoulder, there's that QR code. Just go ahead and
am I pointing the right way for you? Maybe
no,
it's this way.
that way. Yep, there you go.
There you go. I forget that I'm backwards in my screen. Yeah, right. I should just do that. Like do the.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Old God, what's up, brother? How we doing? Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, buddy?
Dude, it's been fun drafting with your guys, man. I've been drafting in 3 of your leagues now: the DJ Moore one, the Brian Urlacher, which I'm really excited about, and the Puka Nakua card. And all 3 of them, I think Old Guard and me are like either next door or real close to each other. And we've been going back and forth on that. He's been teasing me about my horribly drafted team in the last Thursday's draft too. So it's been good to have him as a part of the community. 100%.
Yeah, he's been around. He's in a lot of leagues, and he's always messaging me. And he showed me yesterday a spot where he's going to put all the helmets that he wins. So he's all in.
That's awesome. All in. Hey, thank you for bringing it up too. DGen by default, there is actually a link in the description too. So if you click in the description, the link for the GoFundMe is there as well. So if you can't scan the QR code in the corner, go to the link in the description and you can get to the GoFundMe that way. So we're not going to do any leagues right away. Oh, this is something I wanted to talk to these guys. I'm so glad that this came up. Thank you again, DGen, for bringing this to my attention and reminding me. I really want the opportunity to give all of you guys that are early viewers in on this an opportunity to get into one of these leagues before the expo, maybe. So if we get 20 people in the donations that are eligible for this before our next week's episode, we will launch one of the leagues for you guys for the leagues. So only you guys will get the opportunity at the first one, and then we'll do 3 more for everybody else.
Or you go to the expo and it really explodes. So
yeah, exactly. Because I want to give these guys an opportunity. Since you guys are our core family, you guys are the ones that have been with us from the gate, and you've been riding and dying with us from day one. I want you guys to have a chance on a smaller pool to get in one of these leagues. So if we can get I'll even say at least to get 12 of you guys, man. If 12 of you guys at least donate in there and hit that minimum of $30 with a donation in there, we'll launch one of these leagues for you guys. And we'll get the first 12 of you guys that hit that level in there. That's what we'll do.
Remember, $90+ gets you 3 of those chances. So
exactly. Yep. And so you can be eligible for more than one. If you get into one, that we don't take out your other 2 chances. Your other 2 chances are going to stay in there for you guys too. So you'll have an opportunity to get into more than one of them. So I want you guys to get that chance if you're up for it. The first 12 people to donate at least $30 in there will get into the first jersey league. And we'll pick which jersey that'll be. We'll come up with a way to figure that out off air, and we'll talk about that here soon. But I just wanted to do that. I meant to bring that up to these guys earlier. We didn't have a chance to talk about it before prep, but I'm glad that it came up today and reminded me, because that's something I really did want to do for all you. So actually, how do you guys feel about that before I move on? Do you guys good with all that?
I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, great idea.
Awesome. Cool beans, man. Super cool. I'm so excited. As you guys can see, we got the QR code in the corner. As I said, the description has the other link there. So that is that today, guys. Anything you guys want to throw on that before we move on to the Triathlon League? We're going to talk about one of the Triathlon League drafts next. And we know what happens when we do that with Dan here. So I want to make sure we finalize this charity talk before Dan starts turning.
Do you want me to show any of the stuff right now? You want to wait? Or
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's start with that James Cook.
I know, right? I know. I want to be the,
Let me see it.
I'm not going to be in the first 12. I donated already on there because I wanted to kick the ball off a little bit, and I put my 150 that I planned on donating in there already when I created the GoFundMe. So I'm not going to count myself as the original 12, though. So that way you guys will have that first jersey. So please don't do the James Cook in the first one. We'll try to avoid the James Cook in the first one, so I can at least have a shot at getting in that one.
So yeah, all the jerseys, Beckett authenticated. The helmet is, let me just double check, it's not Fanatics yet. It is Beckett authenticated. The custom jerseys, the helmet is a Riddle Rep Raiders helmet. So let's get to the first one. We got a James Cook. Nice little signature.
Wow,
you see the
look at
Beckett
that guy.
cert on there.
I'm always amazed by the signatures of these people.
I'm gonna need to take a look
how
at
do they
that.
come with their signature from their name? It's always insane.
Yeah, some of them are like, they're just hit and miss. Some are really nice. Some that Bauer's signature is fucking crisp.
Yeah, that looked really clean.
Crisp. I gotta watch the mouth. They say we're trying to make this less overrated.
I can't believe you
This is
said
a
that
Bijan.
terrible word.
Woo!
I know, right? Dan's ears are bleeding.
Crisp.
Oh my god!
That's clean.
Like I said, they're all Beckett's.
I got a buddy that I know wants a piece of that jersey, man. He's a huge Hawks fan.
That's
now, like I said, I ran these leagues last year.
Falcons, I said Hawks.
83 season long, 72 DFS. I did so many Achian, Bijan, Chase. Everybody, we got jerseys that everybody likes. Like it's not like we're rolling out here with Mitchell Trubisky, you know. I had to throw that reference in there for you.
Hey, I'll take that Mitchell Trubisky Bills backup autograph.
Jersey too. Everybody loves an Achian.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so
my dad loves that color jersey. That's his favorite jersey. He's a Beach Dolphins fan.
So that's an 80s Dolphin jersey, right?
Yeah, it's the older.
It's the older one. Yeah, those are the nice. Yeah, I wish they would bring that jersey, those jerseys back.
They have
terrible team.
It's like a Miami Knights jersey. It's all black with the teal.
Oh, I've seen that. That's
numbers.
sick.
It's crisp. I was only able to get 2 of them. And those leagues filled up so fast. But those are one of my favorite looking jerseys.
Yeah,
and then we got the heavy hitter. Everybody loves the Jamar.
Yeah, the orange. That's
God,
nice.
the orange.
I feel like
so
we've seen that
nice,
one already.
dude.
Did somebody bring that one up last week? I feel like.
Did I show it last week? Because yeah, I think somebody.
You can show it again. You can show it again. I mean, that's the Chris. That's a really really nice jersey. The orange with the sleeves. Yeah.
Tiger stripes.
Yep.
It's just when the sleeves are like that pro cut.
Would you say that's great?
So you think it's time for that
No.
helmet? Or,
No.
Nah. You guys want to? I'll start it off. You guys can see yourselves.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so awesome! Look at that.
Ay, ay, ay.
Turn
Man.
Hang on a second. I think I got something.
Ooh.
I want that.
I told you, clean.
I will wear that helmet
Nice.
to Publix. I
Hey,
will.
look
If
at
I
that,
win
like
that, I will put it on and take it to the
that silver.
and go to the
It's got
grocery
that
store with it
shine
on.
to it, man. That like what do you call that? Crystallized look to it, man. That's real.
It's got
cool.
like
That's so nice.
sparkles on it. It's got
The
like
helmets
are
sparkles
great.
on it.
Flakes.
The helmets
I said,
are great.
In
man.
person, it's just different. It's just different. It's
Yeah.
these guys really make these helmets.
And I love
great.
that mirrored visor too, man. I always put those on my motorcycle helmets whenever I have a silver helmet.
Yeah, that's so nice. I will definitely wear that out.
Beckett
I'm just gonna
Sir-
That's what I'm saying. You kind of have to wear that around a little.
You got to
bit.
wear it around.
You gotta. It's nice. It's clean.
Dude,
Yeah.
if it was
I
gonna
would
be
throw
like
on-
in somebody's hands before the game, I'd wear it to the actual Bills Raiders game. And,
I would throw it on my head. but
incognito and then
got the
take it off
small-
and the Bills underneath.
I got the small drop ceiling, so I don't want to. I tried that a couple weeks ago. I was like, "Oh, let me see one of these helmets," and I almost hit my ceiling. I was like, "This is the last thing I need to do."
Yeah, maybe a bad
Yeah,
idea.
you
when
don't want to
see
stretch.
that.
It's got to
You
be hard
are
when you're,
7'8",
8'5" giant. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it's got to be
he's-
difficult.
Yeah.
It's so
6'10",
so funny from you. And I think it's partially the angle too, because it's coming up from like the bottom
Yeah,
too,
I
so
am
we're
low
getting like that.
If I raise it. I'm using like I
No,
said,
keep
I'm
it
using
there,
my
dude. It
iPad.
looks
I
sick,
couldn't
man.
get it going with the computer, so I'm using this. I know my sound doesn't sound great. I'm trying to get a mic. It's all coming together though, little by little.
You're getting there, doggy.
We'll get
I
there.
saw your videos on your YouTube. If you guys haven't already, go check out Prestige Memorabilia on YouTube. He's got a channel there
Thank
too that he's getting pushed forward now. And I was watching your last video on there, man. You had like a nice little mic set up. You were doing a draft, man. It was looking pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of times I like doing these fast drafts of memorabilia, usually like a Sunday night, and then I just stream the whole draft. I give my expert opinion on everybody's picks and rank teams and just make it fun. You know, it's a good way for the community to interact with each other, and it's a really good time, you know?
Yeah. We've got one of those on the show, you know, long-time fantasy analyst, first-time fantasy player.
Couldn't tell by the team you drafted, but yeah, for sure. For sure.
I like how he was in the middle of combing his beard.
Listen, I gotta
All
keep
that.
the thing tamed. All right, Jesus,
just-
guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I'm a classy gentleman. How
great.
dare you?
Oh, bro, it's awesome to have you here, though, Billy. Guys, like I said, go check out his channel. He's going to be pushing out a lot more content. Like you said, he's just getting a bunch of gear coming, and we've been talking about that too. He's excited about that, so I want you guys to support him like you supported us, because you guys are one of the best audiences around, baby. So,
Yes, sir.
those are some sick items, guys. And if you do not donate to that, I really hope that we have like 12 people locked in, like in the next like few days, so that you guys can have your chance at this. It's going to be amazing, dude.
Let's respond to this. I think Trader's going to take the floor right after I set him up. It has
All
not
right,
been
so-
asserted. It has been exclaimed with 16 exclamation points.
Wow. Look
Go
at
ahead.
Dan using his college degree on our show. Unbelievable.
Doug, I will come
here.
over there and college degree you right in the balls. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up.
That's so great. You are the most educated person on the show. At least you're way more educated than I am. I went to
I
trade
didn't want to say it out loud, but yes, it's correct. Very. Yes.
Thank
But I
God
will
we're here for
respond, though.
fantasy sports and not education, because
I
okay,
will
my degree
respond
means
though.
nothing
I
anyways,
was
it's
drafting
fine.
in the worst position. I do not like that position, and I had to take my guy early because I know that the people in that league were going to do it before me. So those two factors caused me to completely change my strategy
You know what
and
they say about
therefore come out
excuses,
with
right?
that amazing team that I'm going to win the whole dang thing with next season. Or well,
Are we
this
going to
season,
look at
maybe
that
next season
draft?
too.
Is this draft being pulled up on this stream?
Edmonton
think
is
he
the
wants
draft
to
that we're
relive
covering
that.
today.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to relive that one yet. It
I-
hasn't. I don't know if
I
it's totally
need-
sunk in yet.
Dude,
I
breaks down a
need
draft
to
in the
break
last
down
July
his draft. I need
He already
to.
broke
didn't
that
like
draft
the
down
draft.
for like
No.
2.5 hours.
I
of
need a
bashing.
couple minutes to break down that draft.
We'll give you a whole short to yourself. How's that?
I cannot wait.
I'll give you an
Ugh.
entire short, Dan, that you can do
Just
all by your lonesome.
Give me the ball and clear the paint. Let me get at it.
I'll give it to you, dog. You'll get your chance, man. If you want it, I'll put it together
I
for you.
can't
You can
wait.
film yours
I
little
can't
short.
wait.
And, you know,
Yep.
Dugon Dan, Dugon Dirty Dan. You can even go rated R on that short for all I care. You know, we'll let you
Oh
have
my!
that option.
Don't. Hey, be careful. Rated R for me is much different than rated R for you.
He's foaming at
I
the
mean,
mouth
you're right.
right now.
Yeah. Okay. How
Oh
about
my God.
what is
Rabid
between
dog.
PG-13 and rated R? I don't know. Like rom-com? I don't know. So
Alright.
somewhere in that range, right? 2000s raunchy com? I don't know. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I got it.
so let's talk
Man.
about a draft here, guys. This is Dan brought it up. This is one of our triathlon drafts. No, it's not the one that you guys said I did terrible in. But I'm actually, this is one of the few I am not in, believe it or not. So I
Wow.
will not have a team for you guys to tear apart today. Thank God. Instead, we'll be having Dugon Dan attacking one of Average Joe's, Martin Brundle, Buster Martin, FL Fads 44, Ozone 66, K Doggity Dog, AZ All Night, Spliskin, D Kalanog, Paperwork Plastic, True Hilo 99, or Corey Saurus. So about 3 or so of you guys are going to be demolished by our double down Dugon Dan over here, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time because I'm afraid that it will be pretty bad.
It's gonna be bad. Yeah.
All right, guys. So here we go. Let's get this. Let's get our fundraiser out of the way. Again, if you haven't already, scan the one at the top, not the one on that flyer. But please check out our GoFundMe and donate because we need to raise some money for those people over at Fantasy Cares to do great and wonderful things with. All right, here we go, guys. So this is our league here. I'm trying to put it together in a way so that we look a little better. I'm going to move us around a little bit here real quick because I just don't want us to be so spread apart or close together if you're, poor Billy right on top of me. So we're going to move that over there a little bit, get everybody nice and set up, spread us out, get him a little closer to Dugon Dan. I'm sorry if he smells. All right, guys, let's get started.
I'm so sad you don't have a team on this list right now. I am so sad
I
about
know. I get to be so funny and not get made fun of. This is great.
Does
All
Scott
right.
have a team on here?
No, I do not have a team on.
Come on.
SP,
You know who
let's get
does have a
them in.
team though? Chris
I'll
has a
put
team on
names
here.
on
So
it.
you get
Chris has a
you want to
team.
take on Chris's team, Dan? Are you going to be mean to Chris? Chris is probably like one of the nicest guys in the world.
To be honest with you, I might actually be nice to him, and that's what
I mean,
worries
do you want to be mean to a guy who like literally teaches grade school kids? Like, what kind of a person?
You know
could
what?
be?
I'm getting around to the idea now. I hate school, so yes, absolutely.
And guess what? Because he's such a great guy, he decided to show up. So guess who's going to be on the show
Wow.
here, guys, in just a few seconds. As soon as
Oh
I
my
add
god, I cannot
another one to the screen here, we're gonna spread Dan out because I'm afraid him and Billy are gonna get into a fight if I don't move them apart a little bit more.
Billy and I are still
Neutral.
celebrating a Knicks championship. There will be no fighting on this pod.
Yeah, but we've already established, Dan, how
Oh,
you
he's
like to
he's
celebrate.
got his gear. Look
Go
at that. He's
Knicks!
got his Knicks
Got
gear.
my gear.
And
Yeah,
look at
there's
that! Right as
gonna
we
be
were
no
talking
fight.
about
Oh,
it, here he
look how
shows up. I mean, the
handsome.
timing of this is just uncanny, right?
What is going on?
We're about to break down Edmonton
It's-
squad here, and
it's
you
a-
missed it, but we did have an
Nice.
entire charity announcement or charity drive announcement just went through. I don't know if you got a chance to catch it because I know you were busy getting situated after work, but man, go back and check it out if you want.
I definitely will.
It's really amazing setup what we got coming. So we're gonna do this though right now. This is the Edmonton Tri Draft right here. So this is our $30 league. This league was specifically asked to be broken down, probably because there's a couple of people here that think my opinion is wrong, and they wanted to hear me say it. So Average Joe's was not one of them, though. So I'll let Scott start with Average Joe's. Scotty, you got it, or you want me to read it off for you?
No, I got it. I will just run through it. So Average Joe's in the one hole. He started off with the best player in fantasy football, in my opinion, in the Superflex format, which is Josh Allen. The rest of his
Best quarterback in the league.
He ended up with CJ Stroud, so only went 2 quarterbacks, which, I mean, I would have liked to see him grab maybe a third quarterback, but that's just me. I always like to do that. But the running back room, he does have Chase Brown. He has Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, who I think is going to have a really good year this year in New Orleans. Blake Corum should get some more run this year, improve on what he did last year, and Tyrone Tracy, along with Spears and Vidal. So like the running back room right there. A.J. Brown in the third round. You will not see that in the next week or so. Once we start seeing news from training camp, he'll be more into probably the beginning of the mid-second round. Carnell Tate, the rookie. Terry McLaurin, very nice. He should have a bounce back year this year. Mekhi Lemon, I really like him in Philly. Dobbs, I think he's pretty underrated there in New England, I should say. Jalen Naylor has a new home in Las Vegas, and Isaac Tesla, I really like him a lot. He's going to be the third wide receiver there in Detroit. The tight ends, Pat Freiermuth, Kyle Pitts. I like this team. I think he's built around the running backs and receivers. The only thing I wish he would have did was grab a third quarterback, because I don't know what we're going to get out of CJ Stroud this year. So I would have liked to see him grab a third quarterback. But other than that, he's got a pretty good team.
Yeah, I think he did a pretty solid job there too. Martin Brundle was in the 2 spot. He's been in almost everyone, if not every one of these leagues. And I'm excited to see how this one. So let's go down the road. We'll just keep it in order. Double down, Dugon Dan. You get to take on our boy Martin Brundle, who is also a nice guy and doesn't deserve.
Don't care. Go ahead and read that team off. Yeah, I don't care at all.
All right, here we go. Sorry in advance there, Martin. Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irvin, Woody Marks, Nate Singleton. That is his running back room. His receivers are Drake London, Lad McConkey, Jamison Williams, Jordan Tyson, David Boston, and I can't remember the kid's first name. His last name is Hurst. Quarterback, Jackson Dart, Bryce Young, and Fernando Mendoza. And tight ends, Dalton Kincaid, Kenyon Sadiq, Eli Stowers, and David Njoku. Man, I am just already screwing up today. So what do you think of that team there, buddy? You got any insight on that, or you want me to read off another,
You know what? I'd
section at
actually
all?
like you to read off another list of names just to see how long that would take. No, let's look at
so much.
Listen, you started this today. I was trying to be nice and sweet, and you started.
I did.
Bijan, Bucky, Woody, and Singleton. I think this is a great running back room, actually. Surprisingly, I know. I'm going to say nice things for a second. Obviously, I'd like a little bit more depth here, but I think these guys are going to get good play this year, and I actually think Singleton's going to end up stealing some carries by the end of the season. So I like the running backs. I'm not a huge fan of these wide receivers whatsoever, so let's skip those for last. Quarterbacks, you got 4 of them. I don't know if there was like a sale or something where it was like buy one, get one, and it didn't count for picks. But Martin, I just don't. We don't need 4 quarterbacks. This is a redraft, and then you get to guillotine, and then there's so much game to be played. Stop drafting 4 quarterbacks. Everybody take a breath and get 3 like a gentleman, okay? You don't need Bryce Young. You don't need Fernando. Also, we don't need 4 tight ends. I know this is a crazy concept to everybody that doesn't play best ball, but like, can we reel it in a little bit? Is there a need to draft 8 players from the quarterback and tight end position? I just don't get it. I don't get it. You need wide receiver help badly. And had you just dropped one of these tight ends or one of these quarterbacks, you might actually have a really good team. But you're at 6 bananas out of 10, and it's only because of your running backs.
Wow, 6 bananas out of 10. I thought he was going to go better than that based on the way it started, and then it just went downhill fast.
Yeah.
Next up is Buster. You can't do your own.
Can't do his own team. You got to let Billy.
He can.
Do it.
He absolutely can. I want to hear him do it.
No, I think Billy should do his team, and then we'll get back to Chris. Billy, you got his team. You want me to read it off for you?
No, let me zoom in. All right, so you went May and Caleb with your 1-2. Started off with 2 powerhouse wide receivers. I probably personally would have went Gibbs over May and waited on quarterback, but to each his own. You grabbed Love in the 3rd, which is a solid dice roll there. Your other quarterbacks, you got Murray and Sanders. You went 4 quarterbacks too. Personally, I don't think you needed Sanders if you already had 2 studs in the first 2 rounds, and Murray, who I'm actually high on as a sleeper this year in a contract year. I'm looking here in the 11th. You grabbed Ferg. Actually, that's great value for him. And you got Warren too, a tight end, which is great. You got San Francisco's backup, so you got 2 stud tight ends. Running back room, you got Love, you got Henderson, who I'm like up in the air on. I still think Stevenson's going to get a lot of touches there. That's my personal opinion, but either way, Robinson's solid dice roll. Mason, Sampson, I like actually a lot. I think there's going to be weeks where he has standalone value, especially in PPR. I could see him getting a decent amount of the touches. Wide receiver room, you waited till the 5th round and grabbed Smith, who I'm actually very high on. Brian Thomas Jr., I'm very high on also. The ball will be spread around a lot in Jacksonville, but I think he finds it a little more this year. Pierce has major upside. Addison seems like the forgotten piece in Minnesota. If he could pull it together, stay healthy, and pick up where he left off 2 years ago, he'll be a great grab. And that Dallas wide receiver, he's a great round sleeper too. So it's definitely a solid team built around your quarterbacks and your stud tight ends. You got great potential in your wide receivers. The running backs could have helped out, but I'll still give you like 7.5 bananas. I'll go with that 7.5.
Wow.
8. It's a solid build. I like how you pulled it together with the wide receivers. You waited on wide receiver and still got some high upside wide receivers.
All right, since you're here, go ahead and give him a rebuttal.
Yeah, I completely agree with the first pick. I missed the beginning of this draft, and I had offers for May by like round 3 where people realized that I wanted Gibbs. It wasn't the Gibbs owner, but other people were like, we know you didn't want May, because I had in the chat written like, that was not what I was hoping to do. I don't hate the build, but I got a lot of hate for the Jeremiah Love pick, because the Jeremiah Love pick the other night, people were giving me a hard time. Remember, Sean, when we did fast draft on Thursday night, there was a lot of hate. I just think I know Algier is going to steal some things away from him, but I don't hate this build, but I probably would not have started it off with Drake May.
It's funny when you do that too, because it does change your entire trajectory. You think it's just one pick in your draft and you got plenty of time to recover from it, but it really changes the entire dynamic of your draft if you get a different position player than you wanted to get with your first overall, especially that early in the draft.
Look at those first 3 picks. If you would have had Gibbs, Williams, and Love, it's a completely different team. Maybe you don't
100%.
even go Love in the 2nd round there and you say I grab a wide receiver or something else. So, it's...
Yeah. I wouldn't even hate it, though. Gibbs and Love and Williams, and then having Murray as your next quarterback with Sanders in the late rounds. I think that that alone right there with the rest of your staying exactly the same with everything else is a great
Would
team.
have been a whole different team. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I don't have my glasses, Sean, so I'm going to need you to read me these.
What kind of teacher shows up to class without his glasses?
I was like, oh man, they're in my car.
It's all
I
right.
buy all my glasses, by the way, at Home Depot. The readers are $5 a piece, and then I put like 8 of them usually around, because I'm losing them all the time. I'd never buy like a $300 pair of glasses.
I just thought you were trying to look stylish for the show and putting contacts in, and then next time we saw you, you'd have a little Just for Men in your beard, and go on step by
I have a little
step,
hair,
right?
put some up there,
All right, this is FL Fads 44. It's our buddy Crimson Ghost that we've seen in the chat quite often, and for some reason he's not here on the one day we're talking about his team, but he'll hear this later. So he started out with Jahmyr Gibbs, as you know, and then he got Jadarian Price, Chuba Hubbard, and Jonah Coleman to fill out his running back room. He went to the receiver next. He got CeeDee Lamb, Chris Olave, DK Metcalf, Wan'Dale Robinson, Shaheed, Bell, Stribling, and Tucker. That's his wide receiver room. He went to quarterback after that in the third round, started with Herbert, then went Nix, Love, and Penix to fill out his quarterback room. Waited until the 9th round for tight end, took Laporta and Gadsden, and that is all.
All right, so I don't mind his quarterback room at all. He followed the philosophy that I'm constantly saying. I kind of stole some of that from Scott when we first started doing these. I like to take 3 quarterbacks in the first 9 rounds. He did it pretty early. Penix, I probably am moving to the Tua owner for something, even if I'm just getting a decent amount of fab dollars, something to kind of give me that. I don't think I'm keeping that 4th quarterback. I like his wide receiver room, Lamb, Olave. DK, I feel like is going underdrafted. They're going to have to throw somewhere. Pittman will be there, but I do think DK could still have some standalone value. And Wan'Dale, I'm picking Wan'Dale later and Shaheed later in a lot of drafts. His running back room, this is the one area that I feel like he needs a little help, and that might be a trade partner for something here. But the Jadarian Price, man, I was really big on him at the beginning of the season, not beginning of the offseason, and I am getting a little scared. They are actually talking about Helani and then Charbonnet coming back. I do think it's going to be a committee room. So Hubbard as his follow-up is still nice, and he got Gibbs as a gift. You're welcome. And Laporta and Gadsden, he waited all the way down till round 9 for Laporta. I think that's totally fine tight end room. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid team. I'm going to go really weak on this and say 7.5. Now, I think it's probably 8 bananas. FL's a pretty solid drafter.
Wow, look at that. And now the banana scale is becoming a thing. I think we kind of have to adopt the banana scale.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's a thing now.
I get money off the banana bot, though, cheeky. I get some money for the banana bot.
Yeah, you do get to own the banana bot rights because you did coin the banana bot, and we have video evidence of it. And Dan is over here talking to himself right now.
I am, seriously. Hey, no, this is based off of me. You don't just get money off the banana bot. That's not, no. We got to negotiate.
No, you got the banana scale. He got banana bot. Those are 2 different things, man. Talk to any trademark, Cody. Those are 2 different things.
God. Yeah, I agree with the old Gardis there. I mean, that's kind of my philosophy in Superflex is when you go aggressive on quarterback in a Superflex, you put panic to the rest of the draft, and it changes the draft dramatically. People say it doesn't. I've been in enough drafts, and Sean's been in enough drafts with me. Sometimes I'll take 3 quarterbacks out of the first four rounds, and people really start freaking out. So, sorry, another terrible storm here. So,
no, that's exactly how they react. That's exactly how they react when you take your 4 quarterbacks in the first 7 rounds, right? They do like your dog and just go insane. But legit, dude. I've seen it happen, dude. I did that one time. You remember this, Scott? I'm sure this was in a redraft league that allowed trades during draft, which is not my favorite thing to do. But this league did it, and it was a super flex league. And for some reason, these guys were fading quarterback, and I was sitting in the turn on the 12 hole, right? And I went QB on my first 2 picks, and I got 2 studs. I can't remember exactly who they were now. But it ended up being the 3rd and 4th guy came back around in the 3rd and 4th round, and they left some quarterbacks on the board again. I took back-to-back quarterbacks again and snagged and my 4th quarterback was Jared Goff. And back then, Jared Goff going into that season, that was a pretty high point value quarterback in a redraft league. And it sent shockwaves through the entire league. I mean, they went bananas, right? Haha, pun intended. But they went bananas about it in the league, and we're like,
That's
first they were
$10
mad, oh,
using
you're
that.
ruining the league, it's terrible, oh, blah blah blah, and then literally the trade offers just started rolling in, bro. I don't think I held on to Goff for like 4 more picks in the draft, and he was traded for like a massive haul. That then everybody got all up in arms about, oh, that's ridiculous, unfair, and it turned into this just like huge like issue. But in reality, I mean, that's what happens when you corner the market in a situation like this in Superflex.
Yeah, one more quick point, and then I'll get off it. But I mean, I hate when people say, "Oh, I got to fill my roster out. I got to fill my roster out." To me, I just think you're going at it completely wrong. It's value draft based, drafting. If a quarterback is sitting there and he shouldn't be there, why should you pass on him just to take a position and let your league mates go and get that guy, which he gets them at a value? I'll just take him, and if I can trade him later, great. If not, we've all seen throughout the years, at least the last couple, 3 or 4 years, there's always a couple quarterbacks that always get injured, and I'm talking about the big guns, Joe Burrow. I mean, there's Jordan Love was injured, so guys get injured. And if your guy gets injured, you got a great third quarterback to come in there. So it's, to me, I'd rather, value-based draft at that point. Eventually, I got to fill my roster out, but I'm not going to let value get by me and let my opponents get this value and beat me down the road.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. And, and that's exactly what happens in those leagues. A lot of times is the trade or the injury situation makes it to where you're okay. And they always say, oh, your position players are so bad now, you don't have the top tier this or top tier that now because you took all those quarterbacks. Well, when you make the trade, you replace a lot of that in the trade that you make because you're getting overvalued for the 4th round quarterback that you took. Now you're trading him away for 2nd round value when the time actually comes you make the trade. So you're going to get that replacement there for any of that top tier talent you're missing out on. And when you have issues with, people taking running backs like crazy or people taking tight ends early, you always end up getting a top tier receiver or a top tier tight end or a top tier running back because one of those positions slips. And so you still have some good top tier talent available to you in your 5th, 6th, 7th round picks where you could end up being a good team if you draft properly. So there's ways around it. And then, like you said, once the trade kicks in, now you go from being like a, upper middle tier team to a top tier team, with a solid best quarterback stable in the room or in the league, most likely. So that's kind of where I stand on it too. That's why me and Scott have both been preaching draft quarterbacks early in Superflex, and probably will still continue to do that as long as it continues to be the setup because there's no reason not to. Ozone 66. Who's next up? Is it my turn? It's my turn.
Thanks, you, Sean. Yep.
All right. Let's see how many bananas Ozone 66 is going to get. He started out with 2 quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson and Jaden Daniels, 2 top-tier guys, 2 top 5 quarterbacks, in my opinion, right there on one team. Followed that up with Geno Smith in the 9th round, but who really needs much help after you got those 2 guys? All you need is a bye week cover. So I think his quarterback room is pretty solid. He went to the running back stable next. He took Ken Walker there, waited down to the 8th for Jalen Warren, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, and Emmanuel Wilson. I'm sorry, fill out the room. I like the running back room at the top end. I think Walker's a solid player, but I'm a little bit concerned about Warren and Jones as your 2 and 3 back. The depth there scares me because Kamara and Wilson, I don't really anticipate a whole lot out of those guys, not barring any crazy injury situations. So that one scares me a little bit with the depth there. Your wide receivers, you started off in the 4th round and went 4 in a row. Pickens, Wilson, Flowers, Evans, and then Shakir, Reed, McMillan filled out the room later on. This is a really, really good receiving room. The fact that you waited till the 4th round, and this is probably, in my opinion, your top position group on this team, I think you did a really great job with that. If you'd have been able to make up for it in some of the other lacks in the other areas of this team, like your tight end position we're going to talk about in a second, it could have been like a championship squad for sure. Your tight ends are definitely going to hold you away from that with Mark Andrews as your number 1 guy, Hawkinson and Dulcich as you're filling out your room. I just don't see a lot of top tier opportunity there for you unless Mark Andrews somehow has a resurgence. I'm a little concerned there. So that, your running back depth, it kind of overshadows your really great receiving room and your stellar top quarterback setup. So I'm going to put you right in that middle range. Not going to give you the top tier that I would have gave you with a little more depth. I'll probably stick you right about that 6 3/4 bananas, maybe 1 bite out of a 7 banana.
Wow. That's a lot of extra for bananas.
I'm
Great
saying.
value on that Pickens pick as your wide receiver 1 in the 4th. His wide receivers are great for the 4, 5, 6, 7 to get.
Oh,
to get
yeah.
to the 4 is solid,
Yeah, I mean, every single one of his receivers has a chance to be a starter a week in or week out for him potentially.
They're all wide
every single one
receiver
of them.
ones on their teams, pretty much. Well, CD Lamb, but fucking Pickens is.
Well, 1A, 1B.
Ironically, his
1B.
top receiver is the only one that's not the wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
But
Right?
I'll take him all day. I'll take him.
Yeah, I
all
like
day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just
And
because
a
he's
lot
not a
of
wide
people are-
receiver 1 on his team doesn't mean he's not in fantasy.
And a lot of people are down on Zay Flowers. Get him in the 6th round is phenomenal. I love that pick.
Yeah,
Which one of those guys, though, between Wilson and Flowers, would you have replaced for like just a better running back? Because I feel like you could lose one of those guys with Shakir, Reed, and McMillan.
Yeah.
McMillan could have a huge year. I mean, I think he's poised to do well, especially without Mike Evans there. But if you take out Wilson or Flowers, one of those two, and you get Swift instead of K Doggy Dog getting them, I feel like that makes
Swift
this draft
was coming
that
from
much
the other
better.
direction.
Oh,
so
my
you
bad.
Probably, that got right.
Trey Henderson, though, I feel like I like Trey Henderson
Yeah.
too.
That's what I was gonna say. I would have taken either Hendo or I would have taken instead of Wilson, I would have taken either Monty, Scat, or Judkins.
Can you highlight the screen real quick just so we can see who's there? I see Bashal Tootin too.
Yeah, Bashal Tootin was there for him. After his Flowers pick, he could have got either Henderson, Price, and then you're looking at like Pollard, so your tier drop down from there. So Henderson or Price if he'd went instead of Flowers, and then if he'd gone instead of Wilson, he could have had those two, or Scattaboo, Montgomery, Tootin, Judkins, or Swift. So he had the opportunity to
on
go
that
with
team
one of those guys.
over Wilson changes the whole texture of that team. For sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think if he'd have gone with one of those, because I don't think Wilson is much better than if he is even better than any one of those guys as far as projection for this season. So I'd be better off taking the running back room. Now, I mean, he might not have got into it thinking, oh, I'm going to get another receiver in the next rounds either, right? Wilson was so early in his receiver situation. He might have not known that he was going to have such an awesome opportunity to get a Zay Flowers and a Mike Evans like he did, where he didn't pass on the receiver yet,
Kind of looks like he took like best player available at that point, which is always a good go-to. In hindsight, it's 2020, but you look at like Aaron Jones. If he would have went running back over Wilson, say he got Monty, and instead of Jones, he could have got like DK, and that would have pretty much brought the whole team together. But
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that would have been the right move too. But again, hindsight, right? It's always easy for us to go back and look at it like that. And when he made the Wilson pick, he only had George Pickens as his top receiver. And then when he made the Flowers pick, he probably wasn't looking at it going, oh, I'm not going to have a chance at least one running back that I like. And then Evans was still there. Maybe he thought there's no way Evans gets to me. And so he just kind of got stuck in that position by that point, because I do think that when he got to the Evans, I don't see anybody I would have taken over Mike Evans at that point.
And to Scott's point, man, he's value drafting. That guy's value drafting.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it. You can see where the guys around him. He's not placing his team. He's not trying to fill every hole.
Yeah. And again, we didn't even talk about bye week scenarios in this league. So, he's got weeks 14, 13, 13, and 8 on his buys for those 4 receivers. That could be why he decided to go after another receiver too, and maybe add some depth to his receiver position instead. So, I mean, you never know, right? There's a lot of trade options, so he could have some opportunity down the road to make some moves. So there's a lot of reasons why he might have went the way he did.
I think with the trade possibilities for this team too, you got to factor that into the banana rating. I feel like this is a higher banana rating than you gave it.
You think so? You think I should give it more than the 6 7.75 bananas? You think it should be closer to that 7.5?
I feel like
range?
it's a 7.5 banana team. I mean, there are some good. The quarterbacks alone, I feel like, are pretty solid.
I'll do 7 and 2 bites bananas.
All right, I could deal with that.
I don't feel bad saying this because I didn't pick Drake May. I think his quarterback. I'd rather have his 2 quarterbacks than mine.
Yeah, I think everybody was thinking it too. Sorry, I didn't want to say it, but Drake May, what a terrible pick that was.
When do you not want to say something like
that?
What
are you? What happened? You weren't there. Is that why?
No. So the draft.
He forgot his glasses at work.
And the draft was supposed to start. I thought at night. Someone wrote in the chat it's going to start tonight, and it started at like 2:00 in the afternoon. People picked quick, and then I didn't make it. It was a 2-hour clock, and I didn't make it home. It was terrible. I should have had a queue set.
Well, you got what you deserved. I can't believe you chose. I can't believe you chose sculpting the minds of America's youth over a draft. Get it together.
I know, right?
Right?
I know. How dare you?
Right? I'm just terrible.
We don't need more math, okay? Come on. Sorry.
Anyways, okay, let's move on now. We already went over Ozone 66 for way too long. It's K Doggy Dog, sir. He's been patiently waiting. I think it's time to let Scott go ahead and attack that squad. All right, Scotty, how many bananas did K Doggy Dog get in this draft?
All right, well, he and this is what I always say, like, as far as drafting quarterbacks, if you don't have 2 quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds in a super flex, you're doing it completely wrong. So he started off with Jamar Chase, which is great. Brock Bowers, where I'm always taking Brock Bowers. I don't care. I don't care about last year. I'm reinvesting into Brock Bowers. He's the Brockness monster. He's going to go crazy this year if he's healthy. And so that's the perfect sweet spot for Brock Bowers right there.
Ooh,
there's the helmet.
Candy.
So Trevor, there you go. That helmet. There you go.
The visors are killer, man.
The visors are so nice.
Yeah, you really weren't here when I was showing it off. You had a visor.
Look at that visor.
I love it. Free reading.
But all right, sorry for that.
No, that's good. That was a good.
One more. Shout out to Old Guard. He just sent me a screenshot that he donated to the charity. So he's the first that I know of that donated. So I appreciate you, brother.
Awesome.
Man. Thank you, brother. We're gonna pull that up after this draft. I wanted to go look at the donation, see if there's anything in there. So now we know at least we got one more donation in there. Thank you so much, Old Guard. You are the man. That's exactly what we're looking for out of you guys, man. Anybody who can, please do. We're trying to get this opportunity to give this money to the needy, and I know Scott over at Fantasy Cares does a great job with it. So please, guys, continue to donate. Thank you so much, Old Guard, for being the first one that we know of, at least on the air right now, to donate to the GoFundMe. This is awesome. I'm so excited, man. That's like a milestone right there that we just crossed. That's great.
Yeah.
Old Guard, all because of you. Yeah. So awesome, man. All right. So K Doggity Dog, Scotty, where you at? You already started or not?
Yeah, no, I started. I was going over the first 2 picks. I thought they were very nice. Yeah. His quarterback room is really good, in my opinion. Trevor Lawrence and Dak Prescott, who I think is super undervalued this year. I think he's just going to throw for 5,000 yards again and just have a monster year. And then Cam Ward, you get your third quarterback, and this is the perfect third quarterback, a guy that's young, that has some upside, new offense that should be pretty good this year.
Hey, Scott, who's your third quarterback in the league that we're drafting right now?
I don't know.
It's Cam Ward.
Okay. There you go. So now the only thing is, instead, I think you might have drafted Trevor Lawrence at a ceiling in this draft, and I would have probably passed on him and taken somebody like maybe Mahomes, Purdy, or Jalen Hurts, but I'm not going to knock you on that. I still like the quarterback room. The running back room, you got Cam Scatterboot, DeAndre Swift, which I think is great value right there. J.K. Dobbins, he's been just so undervalued in these drafts. He's the starting running back guys in Denver. Breaking news. I mean, he's going to be the starting. Hopefully he stays healthy. We'll go from there. And then your wide receiving room, besides Chase, you did get Roma Dunze. I'm still kind of up in the air on him. I know he's been complaining about his foot. I hope that's not going to be an issue all year. But you end up with Marvin Harrison in the 9th. He's going to crush that ADP. He can't be any worse than he was last year. And then Chris Godwin, everyone's forgetting about him. Everyone's all over Mbuka, but who plays the slot in Tampa? It's Chris Godwin. He's going to get peppered with targets. So really like that right there. Hunter Henry, he's always very productive. And then Gunnar Helm, he's going to be the starting tight end in Tennessee. You got Coker, Chris Rodriguez. Everyone forgets about Jerry Jeudy. I mean, he's still on that team, and he's still the number one, surrounded by a bunch of rookies. So K-Doggy Dog, I really like this team. I think you put it together really nicely, and I'm going to give you a solid 8 bananas.
Wow, dude, an 8 banana squad.
I love this team. I really like this team a lot.
See, all you got to do is draft 3 quarterbacks in the first 7 rounds, and Scott will say you have 8 bananas. Dan, on the other hand, he is not as friendly with his bananas. He likes to eat most of them, as you can tell. So let's see what he decides to do with this. This is squad by AZ all night. I'm sorry.
He doesn't realize his thing is off.
Oh, he didn't hear it? Oh, he didn't hear it.
His mic is off, I think.
No, he heard it. He just didn't know he couldn't talk and respond to it.
Yeah, I couldn't. Also,
there was probably a lot of words.
said Sometimes I eat them 4 at a time. I don't even wait. And I feel like that would have hit way better. Yeah, go ahead, you prick. Go ahead. Sorry. I know it's a PG-13 show for some godforsaken reason.
Okay, let me get it together. Wusa, okay.
Wusa over there, hurry up. Learn how to read.
Okay, Puka Nacua. First pick off the board. Puka Nacua in the 7th spot. T. Higgins, Michael Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Jaden Higgins, A.D. Mitchell, and Jawan Jennings. That is his receiving core. He went to the running back room in the 2nd round with Omarion Hampton, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, all B to B to B. Filled it out with Tyler Algier, Zach Charbonnet, and Isaiah Pacheco. He went to the running back or the quarterback room in the 6th round for the first time, tagging Tyler Shuck and getting Tyler Shuck, Daniel Jones, and Anthony Richardson to fill out his room there. Waited till the 8th round for tight end, took George Kittle and Colby Parkinson, and that is all. What say you, oh wise Banana Man Dan?
Banana Man Dan, good for you. That was a good one. All right. The wide receivers are great. I like, maybe not great. I'll give them. I like the wide receivers. I think the running back, especially depth at running back, is absurd. Good job. Tyler Shuck, Danny Jones, and Anthony Richardson to round out maybe the worst quarterback room I've ever seen in my life. What are we doing with these quarterbacks, dog? This is almost as tragic as Trader Clem's last draft. This is bad news Bears. I like Tyler Shuck a little bit better than any quarterback that Trader Clem has on his roster in the other league, but these quarterbacks are just horrific. Don't mind getting 2 tight ends. I think you're normal for that, so don't let them tell you that you're not for not drafting 47 tight ends in an 18-round league. But listen, 7 bananas. Your quarterback room took this from like an 8.5 banana team for me to 6.5, 7. Honestly, this is the quarterbacks are atrocious.
Oh wow! So 6.5 to 7 banana team. I told you that Dan is stingy with the bananas. So if you don't put together the right team, you are not.
Dude, I'm gonna put bananas in your eyes. Keep it up, dude. Keep it up. Dude, I'll just lay right on top of you like a whale. Don't think I won't, dog.
What are you talking about?
In your eyes.
What are you talking about, bro?
Dude, you leave Dugong out of this. You leave. Where did he just come from?
What is wrong, Dugong?
Where did he just come from?
Why? What's wrong with him?
I don't even want to know what Dugong just was.
If he'd have gone like Jordan Love and Kyler Murray right there, I don't even know if that was an option. I think this team is a whole different team. I agree.
He could have gotten Jordan Love.
Let's take off the light and see what happens.
Yeah.
He could have gotten both of those guys.
Or Jordan Love, Malik Willis, something like that. I think this team's different.
I think that would opportunity at Dak instead of Josh Jacobs, and Jacobs was his 3rd running back right there, and he passed on Dak to take Jacobs.
Are we worried about Jacobs being able to play football this year?
I would be too. I mean, at 4'6" now, it's hard not to take him at that point. If he plays, I mean, that's a steal.
Is he gonna play?
And he took Higgins over Prescott and Stafford, and those are the 2. One of those 2 probably should have been his first quarterback.
No, it was definitely the Jacobs over Prescott. Prescott's going to throw for 5,000 yards.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that offense
might be the best
be
value quarterback in fantasy this year.
Yeah, that offense is going to be crazy. That offense is going to be absurd. So if you replace Jacobs, which I no reports if that guy's going to play or not play like at all, but I would replace Jacobs with Prescott, and I feel like that's an 8 banana.
Did we just lose Scott to his weather again?
I don't know. Let's see.
By the way, there he is. He's going to come back in and out. Watch. He's going to do it every time we talk. All of a sudden, are you back?
Really? Is it that bad?
It's not.
I mean, there he is. It's on the delay. He's Kung Paoing us again, everybody.
Last stream was crazy with this.
It was so good. That was epic, though. When you did that Kung Pao, it was so epic when you did that. I could not. Oh man, dude. Oh, that's great. So we're gonna probably lose Scott to bad weather. because that's what happens when Scott starts to have bad weather. And by the way, how ominous was it earlier when he was talking and there was like a flash of light outside behind him and then the thunder noise was going on? I was like, damn, dude.
Scott, blink if you're okay.
No, that's Frozen Scott right there.
I know.
Too bad we didn't get him on like a good facial
His kitty
expression,
can't blink.
somewhere he's like this. That'd
It'd be better if he was like this, you know?
it's like,
He'll be
that's
back.
hilarious. He'll come back. He's gonna come back in if he can. Otherwise, he'll just jump out and then jump in the comments to tease us the whole time. But yeah, so that's the thing with that. I think the best Scott move was probably the way to go. We all kind of agree on that one. Otherwise, though, it's not terrible, right? Spliskin, next man up. And Dan, I think you're the guy in the line, right? No, you just went. So it's
I just
Chris's
went.
turn.
Yeah.
So it's the blind man, right? All right, let's
All
go,
right.
baby. Are you ready for this, Ray?
Yeah, I think I can see him. I'll hit it real quick. If this was a best ball team, this is such a unique build. Nobody else in a giant tournament has McBride and Loveland like that. With two decent running backs in the middle, that would be like an amazing best ball team. Willis and Stafford, I would have taken one more quarterback just in case that doesn't shake out in Miami and he's terrible. But I don't hate it. You've got HN, you got Javante, you have Judkins, and you have Ramondre. And I'm agreeing with Billy. I was a huge Travion fan, but all the reports and all the production from last year says that Vrabel's not getting away from Stevenson. He loves those veterans. Gainwell in there, pretty solid as well. Gainwell's a huge fan. I think Scott's a huge fan of Gainwell. Somebody in here loves Gainwell.
I don't mind him. I think he's going to be a PPR monster down there.
I agree. I think he's going to have a lot of opportunity.
Yeah,
Now,
Scott, that's in love with him, by the way.
the big thing in the room, like when you do what this person did, what Spliskin did, you do end up with one position that's going to be right. And man, that wide receiver room is interesting. So Parker Washington, again, could be the best receiver on his team or the third best receiver on his team, or even the fourth if you include Strange. And I think that's pretty open. Quentin Johnston, again, lots of questions, has a lot of upside. Michael Pittman, he's got DK, he's got Rodgers, maybe Will Howard's throwing to him, maybe Drew Aller's throwing to him by the end of the year. And then Omar Cooper, again, another rookie. So I think really the hardest part about this team for me to eat is the wide receiver room. And I think that's the only thing that takes away from it. I would say this is like a six bananas team.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one too. I think the lack of quarterback depth. I know he's got Will Howard in the last round, but that's not really anybody to shake a stick at or
Might not
anything.
play.
So
Yeah.
that's not a great move there. And then Parker Washington as your top receiver. That's just a really scary situation right there.
Exactly.
I know he attacked that tight end room kind of aggressively. I probably would have gone a different route than Loveland right there, especially because I don't consider Loveland that much more of a value, even though I know sitting there at 4-5, it's hard not to take him. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that at all. But you take him right there after you've already doubled up on running back and had a tight end at the beginning. You're giving yourself, you're kind of handcuffing yourself in a way where you have no choice but to attack quarterbacks and attack, potentially receivers or something right away, or you end up with a situation like this. And since he decided to go back to the running back with Judkins and then Ramondre Stevenson even before he attacked the receiving room, that's where I think it fell off the wagon.
The Judkins pick for me is a wide receiver for sure.
Yeah, Judkins should have been a receiver. He should have. Dave Flowers was sitting there for him. I think that would have been a nice solid.
He has a lot of trade targets though, so he has an opportunity to put this right back together. He could trade one or two of those guys and come and be right to a pretty decent looking team.
I mean, in all honesty, he should trade McBride or Loveland, one of those two guys, and try to get yourself some good value from one of those two guys. That's what I would do if I was in his boat. And I'd probably look at getting a receiver, my top end receiving covered. Really, that's the main hole.
Pickens over Loveland would have changed the whole dynamic of that team.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Yeah. Pickens over Loveland. Even if he takes Olave over Loveland, I mean, he had that. He had McConkey, Wilson. So there was quite a few people over there that he had available to him. So, it's definitely one of those situations, man, where you take a chance at the time, probably thought he'd have an opportunity to come back for a decent receiver, and it just kept on value not there, value not there, value not there.
I don't want any more issues.
And then it, went from there. So that's basically what I think happened for old Spliskin here. D. Kalinog, This is for you, Billy. Can you see it, or you want me to read it
Yeah,
off?
yeah, I could see it pretty good. All right, so you started off with JT and Genty. That's two beast running backs. Obviously, pretty much any of them could be top 5, top 3 on a good week. Then you went Manungai, who's got high upside. You got Bill down there. That's any week could be his. It's going to be interesting to see what Washington does with that backfield. And you got rookies and you got your handcuff for Genty, so that's solid. You definitely built around those two top running backs. Then you went quarterback with Mahomes, finished it off with Darnold and Rodgers, and you got Cousins down there. If you're gonna wait on quarterback, I like the Rodgers pick a lot. Especially, I'm more of a best ball drafter, so I like taking those late quarterbacks in best ball. So I favor guys like that, like Sam and Rodgers. But with Mahomes, it's definitely a solid anchor for your quarterback room. Wide receivers, you roll the dice on Neighbors. I love his upside. If he's healthy, it's going to be solid. Ted should take another step forward this year, so that's a solid pick. Waddle in Denver, it's going to be interesting to see with him and Sutton how that plays out, but I see enough target shares going around for him to be relevant especially for a wide receiver 3. And then you waited. You took Worthy. He could be hit or miss. In best ball, he's not that bad. As a redraft, it's a little scary. But we'll see how the season plays out. And then you could always trade and make moves. Fanning at tight end is a stud. That's great value on him later on in the draft. And you got Schultz too, which is people forget that Schultz was pretty solid last year. I think he was a top 10, 12 tight end last year. So I think banana rating wise, I'm trying to think of what you could have did different. I like your first like 6 rounds. They're solid, and then
eight rounds even. Yeah.
And then Fanning down there, it's overall it's a solid draft. I love the Manungai pick. I think come towards the end of the season, depending on what they're doing, if Manungai's hot, then Swift could lose majority of that carries. I think it opens up like a 65-35, 60-40 split, but I could see it getting to a 50-50, second year for a running back's a big jump usually, if they have the faith in them. Same thing could be said for Henderson, how we were talking about Patriots, Henderson could be that guy. It's very similar, Chicago and New England's backfield, to see who's going to be that guy in any given week could be that guy. Banana
Absolutely.
rating, I'm probably going to go with...
Stop stalling, buddy. I know you've been stalling trying to come up with a rating. You got to give him a number.
Yeah, I guess I got to give you like a 6.5. Like 6.5. And
Wow, that's it? All that hype, and you're only giving him a 6.5 bananas? Dan, where are you?
There's a lot of question marks. Neighbors, his health. Ted, what's Young going to do? Is Young going to take that step forward? Waddle, I just said, who knows who's going to be that guy there? In a perfect world, that's a 8.5, 9 bananas, but you got good value in Fanning, but you got a lot of question marks, especially at your QB2. Your QB2 is Darnold and Rodgers. Like I said, I'm high on them, but more best ball because who knows what's going to happen with Rodgers. They're going to have their weeks, but I could stretch it to 7 if you want me to, because I do love the Manungai pick.
No, it's your rating, buddy. You take the banana rating you want to give. It's fine with me.
I say he played it a little too risky. If he would have, I understand taking gambles on certain guys, but try to have a blanket to fall back on in some areas too, just in case too many dice rolls, you could cut yourself short, But
I think Banana Man Dan has something to say about this.
Yeah, I actually agree wholeheartedly with his rating. So,
wow.
I mean, dude, I think that the justification is look at the wide receiver room. What if Neighbors doesn't play till week 7 or week 8?
Yeah.
And that is a possibility.
Yeah, and it's Ted, Waddle, and Worthy, man. That hurts. You have to grab a wide receiver. Aaron Rodgers, he should have been picked later. That's sorry, brother.
Or just not picked at all. You got 4 quarterbacks again, guys. Guys. 4 quarterbacks. Let's take a breath.
Trade Cousins to the Mendoza owner, and you're happy. You don't draft Rodgers.
You don't need. Yeah, no. You can. Rodgers is going to get taken to
round 8.
Yeah, this could get dicey for sure.
Wow. Okay. Well, Banana Man Dan, you know what they always
We're
say?
kind of harsh tonight.
You know what they say, right? There's always money in the Banana Man Dan.
Don't burn me down.
You haven't watched the show. You
don't burn me down. How dare you? Don't put that in anyone's eye. No.
I told you there's always money in the banana stand. Oh man. All right. I'll put it to you. Paper or plastic? Next team on the board. And this one is mine. So I'm gonna see where my bananas fall on this one. Paper or plastic? JSN to start the draft. Luther Burden, Christian Watson, DJ Moore, Matthew Golden, Casey Concepcion, and Debo Samuel are his wide receivers. You went to the quarterback room next. Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, JJ McCarthy, Mac Jones. Running backs, he started out in the third with Saquon Barkley, waited till the ninth for RJ Harvey, Rashid White, and Tank Bigsby. And then in tight end room, he got Tucker Kraft, Travis Kelce, and Isaiah Likely. I like this team a lot. I think he did a pretty solid job. I'm a little concerned about running back depth. That is the one area for me that I'm not super big on right here. I think if he'd have just went with one more running back instead of a receiver at some point in time right there, maybe going after, Ramondre Stevenson, Jalen Warren over DJ Moore, or Christian Watson, because he could have taken one of them, even Tony Pollard over Watson potentially. I think right there, one of those two should have probably been another back. Otherwise, I think that he's got a really solid team. I love the tight end room with the depth, even though he didn't attack it super early or anything crazy. I think he did a great job getting the two starting quarterbacks that should hold him down, barring any injury issues. And, his depth at receiver is really good. He's got some really solid late round picks, especially if Debo signs. So to me, I think this team deserves some good bananas. I can't give it a great banana rating because of the running back depth. So I'm going to stick with around the 7 and 2. I'll give him 7 and 3 bites bananas.
If you Monday morning quarterback it, if you take Kelce out and put Manungai over one spot, and he could have done that, team is a little, that depth is there.
Absolutely. Either that move or the other moves I was talking about would have been perfect, and that would have made it exactly like you said. That would have put it in the upper tiers of bananas, in that banana stand range. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Next team on the board, second to last one, guys. We are almost done with this bad boy, and we're not even a half hour from 2 hours, guys. We should stick around for another 3-4 hours. What do you guys think? Huh?
Roster roulette.
Trujillo 99. All right, Scotty, are you back, and are you actually able to take this bad boy down?
Yeah, I can do it. I'm on my mobile now. It seems like I'm always hitting us afternoon storm here in Florida, but that's why I try not to live here in the summer, but didn't have a choice this year.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid you have a wonderful
You're getting
time
3.5 bananas for that comment. All right, Trujillo 99. You want me to read it off, Scotty?
No, I'm good here, so I can see it. So yeah, this team started off really, really hot, and then the bottom fell out. So I'll explain that later. But he started off with Amon-Ra. I mean, I love these picks. Amon-Ra. He's got James Cook, Kyron. I mean, how do you get Jalen Hurts in the 4th round? I mean, what are we doing, people? I mean, you let this guy get all the way to the 4th round before you let this guy pick him up. So just super crazy right there. This is where I think he took the U-turn. Instead of taking David Montgomery, you do not need another running back. You missed out on Jared Goff, which now I think there's a huge teardrop in quarterbacks after this. So you missed out on Jared Goff, which would have made your team looked a lot different. You could have still taken Mbuka in the next round, but look at your 2 quarterbacks now. You have Jalen Hurts, tremendous, but you have Tua. Is he going to start? Is he going to play the whole year? And you have nobody else. So you're going to be looking for a quarterback, and then unless somebody trades you one, you're going to have to get one during the guillotine weeks, and that could be very, very difficult for you. Like I said before, though, I do love your running backs in Cook, Williams, Montgomery. I do like Pollard. I'm a little higher than most people are, even though I think Singleton's going to take that job eventually. You got Brooks, who's backing up Chuba, who's going to get some run this year. I don't like the rest of them in Ray Davis and Claiborne. But like I said, after the Mbuka pick, besides the Pollard pick, the rest of your team I'm not crazy about. So, and everything from Diggs down, just a bunch of question marks. Travis Hunter is even going to play offense. Ayuk is even going to play football. So I don't know. I don't like this team from, like I said, probably I'd say the 10th round on. So you start off really hot, and I'm going to give you a surprisingly 4 bananas.
Wow. I mean, I was thinking low too, though. You're right.
Yeah.
Here's where the wheels fell off. You took Tua at that point. Not only did you take Tua at that point, you took him over. You had C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young available for you to take.
Yes.
And even Geno and Aaron all available for you still when you took Tua, and Tua's not even guaranteed to start. So that to me right there was the bad move. Now, if you really wanted Tua, no problem. You have Cook, Williams, and Monty already. Do not take Tony. Take Tua and then take Stroud. Take Tua and then take Young and stack him. Whatever it is you want to do. But don't go and do that,
And
I think you should have taken 10. But bottom line.
Also, Tua's got the week 11 bye, which is the worst week in this triathlon format.
Yeah. And so to me, I just think that he didn't really, he was doing great, like you said. And then I think maybe it was a certain time of day and then the beers got to him. I don't know. But right about that round 7, I think he started falling off the line during his sobriety test and, got the silver bracelets if he was in that situation, because he definitely got a little bit of a DUI for the rest of the draft, in my opinion. So
like Scott said, like instead of Monty, if you would have went Goff, that would have been great. To have Hurts and Goff, you would have had the stack with AJ Brown, with Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that would have changed the whole dynamic of his team. Tua is not good when he's healthy, really. I won't have any shares of Tua this year. It's just not worth the gamble.
Well, and he's not guaranteed to be the starter, and there was like 4 guys that are on the board that were guaranteed to be the starters.
Sure.
So to me, that's where I changed my approach. You got something there, Chris? I can tell you.
No, I would like to say we are Monday morning quarterbacking this before I make my comments. So it is much easier that way. But when it comes to Tua, he could have gone a lot of different directions. Oh, the Pollard pick. The Pollard pick could have been Fanning too, just like in the last team. Where then the Goddard pick, you know what I mean? It's just that one pick every once in a while really offsets things in a very strange way, because then you are drafting for the position as time goes on. From that point on. So I think that is a big deal. I do like some of his later picks, and he's picking those guys like Hunter and Ayuk so late. I don't know if I'd have made those picks, but those are just sleepers in his mind, guys that could possibly, I would think.
I don't hate the Hunter pick. Ayuk, I think, has fallen off my board at this point. I was doing the same thing, taking him late, but now I can't do it anymore.
Antonio Brown, I feel like he's headed that direction. The teams aren't going to trust him,
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. So he's the one guy, but I do take Hunter. Go ahead.
In best ball, I do have a decent amount of Ayuk, but I'll grab him last round, second to last round. But that's a 25 to 30 round draft, sometimes.
Yeah, we should do a $1 Brandon Ayuk jersey draft.
We'll have to pay people $1 to get in.
So bad.
You can pick any team, because who knows where he's going to land.
Yeah.
All right, here's the final team on the board. It's our quiet man, the one who never talks on this show and always says great things and nice things to everybody. Double down, Gone, Dan the man, Banana Man Dan. He is here today to do our final team. Corey Soros. Dano, you want me to do the read off?
I like when you read to me.
Absolutely. You're just like my little nephew,
That's right.
Get y'all tucked in the bed, get the little storybook open.
Yeah, I didn't want that part. Whatever just came out of your mouth, I don't want to hear ever again.
Billy and I don't want to sit between you guys anymore, right, Billy? I want to get a move us over.
Yeah. Don't lie. You want him to tuck you in. Don't lie.
How's that?
I want him to tuck me in.
How's that? Is that better for him?
You know what I mean? I want him to tuck me in a certain. Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and read that team before I say something terrible?
Before it turns out.
Oh man! All right, Corey Soros' squad started out with CMC at the 12th spot. Unbelievable that he fell all the way there. Bayshall Tootin in the 5th round. Rico Dowdle the 10th. Katron Allen the 15th, and Braylon Allen in the 18th filled out his draft. Justin Jefferson, Nico Collins, Rasheed Rice, Devontae Adams, Ricky Pearsall, Jacoby Myers, and A. Williams. I cannot remember his first name. That is his wide receiving room. His quarterbacks are Jared Goff, Jacoby Brissett, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, and his tight end room is Brenton Strange and Jawan Johnson.
I do like most of this team, I think. The 4 quarterbacks just piss me off. I don't know why you guys do it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Goff and Brissett.
Looking at this team thinking that the only thing you're going to hate is the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I just cannot stand it. Goff and Brissett. Brissett is holding out for money. I don't know why, but when he comes to his senses and gets on the field, it'll be fine.
He's got the start. Of course, he's holding out for money.
Yeah, but like he's replaceable. Like he's not Derek Jeter. You know what I mean? Like he's just Jacoby Brissett.
I mean,
like,
he's Derek Jeter at like 48 or whatever it was, but he's like
he's Derek Jeter currently is what he is. Yeah, absolutely. I'm high on Bashaw Tootin this year, and I think CMC is going to have another great year. Jefferson, Collins, Rice. Is Rashee Rice clear to play football? Because if he is, I think that's a great.
Right now, he is. There hasn't been any changes. So
great pick.
Yeah, that's a great top 3 wide receivers. Devontae Adams. I feel like what round is that? 8.
Deal at a draft right there.
Yeah, round 8 to get a guy that had an atrocious amount of touchdowns last year, in what I assume is only going to be a prolific offense again. And Jacoby Myers, your wide receiver room is absurd. I like the running back room. I do wish you had one more top line running back, but maybe you make a trade. Maybe you get rid of one of the 19 quarterbacks you drafted, and you can get a running back. How cool would that be? Bretton Strange and Juwan Johnson, not the strongest tight end room, but overall, 7.5 bananas probably.
Okay.
I don't mind this team at all. I don't mind this team.
Wow, that's Dan. Wow, Dan. Do you have a fever today? Do you have a fever? Right. Are you running a temperature today, Dan?
I did take 2. I did take 2 little blue pills before the.
If Dan is giving you 7.5 bananas, there's 2 reasons why. Either Dan is going to have a great night here as soon as the podcast is over.
Yes, that's going to happen.
Or you actually drafted a really good team. Like it's one of those 2 things.
His wide receivers are crazy good.
It's amazing. Yeah. Yes. I hate Ricky Pearsall, but otherwise, and he took him so late that I don't even care.
That's what I'm saying. To take Ricky Pearsall before Jacoby Myers that's crazy.
Ricky Pearsall.
That's a great signature.
Dude, you should shoot a bullet through the top of the helmet.
He needs to wear that out in public. So with that,
what a joke! That was great, bud. Good for you on that one. Wow,
dude. I mean, Scott, you went from 2 to 3, and I mean, you might be well on your way to 4 now, as far as the hierarchy of the podcast crew, man. Chris is coming in hot,
God!
3 weeks in a row, bro.
Wow, Scott, I love you, buddy. I love you enough for all 4 of us over here.
Oh, jeez.
Scott's like slowly turning into the mark of our Around the NFL podcast.
He's just spinning on my screen.
It's okay, Scott. You know, you have an amazing audience that loves you to death and thinks I pick on you way too much.
And Bry's here. Bry will always write a comment.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean,
don't worry.
It's
here in the comments.
Hey, you know, it's all in good love because we just like to have a good time here and tease each other, just like the show, right? I mean, who didn't love that show back in the day? And you know, you want to talk about a bunch of guys that like messed with each other, like they went beyond. They're even worse than the D-Gen boys.
Hey, watch your mouth.
It's true.
Let me just chime in on Corey's team. I think personally, if I had to pick my favorite to win, possibly, I like Corey's team a lot. Those wide receivers are stacked. He has so many value picks. Like Rice, Adams is insane value. Myers is insane value. But wait on tight ends and leave with Strains and Johnson is great. Like that team in a perfect world when Brissett's starting and CMC's healthy, to get CMC at the 12th overall is fucking insane. So that's a great build right there.
That's my favorite team, I think, too.
I hope you kids are in bed already. Just kidding. Dad drops the F-bomb so much more than anybody else anyway. So like nobody else
didn't say it one time this whole show. I want a little bit of credit.
I've seen a different Dan today.
Yeah.
You really have. I mean, he really has been on his P's and
Q's. You've been trying to get me to say it, too. By the way, you've been trying. You're testing me all day today, and I haven't said it once. Do I hope you trip down a set of stairs later? Yeah, absolutely. But I haven't said the F word once.
Story.
The worst thing
be on an escalator at some point in Vegas, and I hope you go right down to the bottom, bud.
I mean, the worst thing he said today was, "I'm going to take 2 bananas and stick them in your eyes." I mean, that's the worst thing he said.
That's
I mean, that's a
pain
pretty
for
brutal
me.
thing to do to somebody, you know?
I didn't
Devil
say
horn
where
'em
I
with
was going to stick
bananas?
the other bananas, but that'll be for later.
I mean,
After the
good
show.
Lord. Oh, man. All right. Let's talk about something better than Dan devil horned people with bananas. Let's move on over to see where our charity draft is at. Our charity collection is at so far, guys. What do you think? There it is, baby. Look at that. 2 people donated during the show. You guys are awesome, man.
220.
Jacob and Mark, you guys are both eligible, and you are going to be in the first 12 league. So whoever jersey it is that we give away in that first 12, you're going to be that guy. As long as we get those first 12 before the expo, we are launching that bad boy. So let's get rolling, and let's see. What do you guys think? Maybe Thursday we'll talk about which jersey maybe we can decide Thursday. Maybe we'll do a wheel on Thursday and decide which one of the 4 jerseys will be the first one.
No,
Can you
that's
tell us
cool.
where the link is one more time? I wasn't here when we dropped the link.
It's in the description. So if you go
Okay.
into the description of the show, you guys will see there's a link there for the Sleeper Hub, and there's a link there for the donation. If you want to get in on the leagues, of course, the best thing for you to do is to click the Sleeper Hub and make sure you join that as well. That's a free $100 pick 'em pool too, so $100 to the winner. And that one, it's a survivor pool. I'm sorry. So that one, you jump in there. You guys will keep up to speed with everything going on, and then of course, if you're in the top 12, you guys will see that league drop here soon. I'm sorry, not the top 12, the first 12. And in top 12 too. You could be one of the first 12 and the top 12 and still have 3 tickets to go into the drawing with. So I mean, you could be in all these bad boys if you play it right. So awesome, man. I really do appreciate you 2 guys for sure. I mean, we're already moving forward. This train's moving, baby, and it's exciting. So Scotty, man, you got anything to add?
No, I'm just, like I said, I'm just really looking forward to the
Is he
expo.
there?
I think that's going to be huge for us.
That's gonna be great. For
Yeah.
you guys.
Absolutely, man. I'm so excited too. The expo's gonna be great. I forgot to ask Billy, did we get any confirmation on our expo helmet?
I'm probably gonna get it Wednesday or Thursday. If I get it Wednesday, I'll have it shipped out Thursday. Thursday, I'll have it shipped out Friday. Once I put his information on the computer, I could see when the package will arrive. If it's not there on time, I could always overnight it, or it'll be there. It'll be there. So you'll be
Awesome.
able to
So it's
go
for
with it
sure confirmed though that we're gonna rock that helmet then, so we can announce the actual item itself.
Yes, definitely, 100%.
I mean,
awesome.
I mean, if that helmet comes to my house, I may just have to put it on and just run off with it.
If Scott puts that helmet on, guys, I'll probably end up having to buy you guys a new one. So let's.
Quick question for clarity, because I don't know if any questions are coming. You might have already addressed this, and I'm sure you're probably going to do this. Those raffles will be pulled live on stream, probably, right?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you
Yes.
for bringing that up too. Yes, they are going to be live on stream for you guys. We talked about the top 12, right? So the first 12 people that are going to donate over $30 are going to get in the first league. So that's going to be completely separate from the raffles. The other 3 raffles that we're going to do are going to be the remaining 3 jerseys, and those will be done live on the air. So that'll either be on Monday or Thursday show. So we'll announce it ahead of the show, so you guys will know which show to keep an eye out for. And it'll be very soon after the expo, because we don't have a whole lot of time, obviously, before the season starts. We want to make sure we get these leagues kicked off sooner rather than later. So the first one should be probably within a week or so when we get back from the expo, and we'll go from there. And just basically everybody who donates, you have the opportunity to get in each one as we roll through them. And we'll probably do a combination, maybe 1 slow draft, 2 fast drafts, or something like that, so that if you can't make the fast draft, you're still eligible for the slow draft, and we can put you into the slow draft league if you're not eligible to make the time for the fast draft league if you get drawn, and kind of play it that way. So that way, you people that aren't going to be able to actually make the specific time of a fast draft can still have a chance to win a jersey. So that's I'm thinking that might be the best approach for it. We'll discuss that here and make sure we clarify all that for you guys in the future episode. But as of right now, the top 12 donations are what we're looking for. I keep saying the first 12 donations are what we're looking for. There's 12 over 30 are going to get this first jersey pool, which we'll do probably by next episode, I'm hoping. So that should be maybe Thursday. Speaking of Thursday, we've been talking about what to do. Obviously, we have Roster Roulette, which has gone through some amazing updates. I don't know if you guys have seen it lately, but I did do quite a bit of updates over the weekend. Things that just a laundry list of small things, buttons going to the right place, all those kinds of things. and actually updated the background image with a really nice new background image that I like a lot. And it's just kind of coming together. I think we're finally at that point where I can call it, happy with where I'm at and not have to do too many more things other than just a couple of fine tunes. So that's, something we could play on Thursday. We could do another fast draft if you guys want to try something out like that. Well, I want to give the panel a chance to chime in here. What do you guys think, man? Should we do a fast draft on Thursday for the Triathlon League, or
Let's do a little mini roster roulette tournament. I feel like that could be fun.
I like that idea too.
Let's do both. No,
We
let's
could
do
also
both.
do both,
Wh-
but
where's the-
We could
where's
do a
the
fast
degenerate
draft.
at? Come on.
3-second picks. That's it. And
Not
5 rounds. We got a
We could
5-person
do-
team, and that's it,
you know.
boys.
So I do feel like
Yeah,
if we did a fast draft with the triathlon, people know it well enough now where we could drop to a 2.5 minute clock.
Yeah, we could drop the timer for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
We could
32 seconds is that's as much as we
The
need.
most that you'll go.
Yeah.
We did enjoy doing some of the trade talk / moving into draft strategies type stuff last week. Remember we did some trade talk at the end. People started kicking in. So if anybody wants to send trade like offers or anything to me on sleepers, things you want us to discuss, we could pick a couple of those too and do some of that as a segment
That'd be
as well.
I like that
Yeah.
idea. I like that idea too. So let's attack it that way. Guys, if you're in the comments right now and you got any suggestions, feel free to chime in here. But I think we've got a pretty good game plan now. Sounds like we've got a little roster roulette tournament action that I can build up a nice cool little tournament for us. We could do a let's see, we could do what Chris just
You got a
talked
Ricky
about,
Pearsall
trade
gunshot
talk
helmet for
action.
that.
Exactly.
Nice
Yeah.
and shattered.
And you know what? Actually, Billy said that he's going to put the Ricky Pearsall helmet to his chest and have somebody shoot into it and see if it'll stop the bullet. So we'll.
I don't think that's a good idea at all.
No.
Don't do that,
Visor.
Billy.
You're gonna need the
Don't. That's not a good idea. Please don't do that.
You know what it made me think of that is I watched some stupid TikTok video or something about like the weirdest TikTok deaths or something, and it was some kid who's like, "I'm gonna put a book in front of my chest and have
It
my
was like a
girlfriend
phone book.
shoot
I
me."
saw it.
You remember that? Yeah, it ended up like
Yes, I've
killing
seen
him.
it.
Like I felt it's a terrible situation. I felt horrible, poor girl, but like and him, of course, because they had a baby son and everything too. It's just a really bad situation.
That's crazy.
But like,
Okay, but
this thing
like,
just happened recently, and it made me think
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
I
Darwin
mean,
Awards, man. It's terrible.
it was
it's
so bad. I
so
mean,
bad.
dude, like they were trying to make money to raise their kid, and doing like YouTube to try to like become like a YouTube person to make money, and they were doing like a stunt or something, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know who thinks that any kind of a book is going to stop a desert eagle, but
Yeah.
okay, not bright, but what are you going to do?
Let me
Anyways.
just circle back to the charity real quick. Like 2 things I wanted to bring up. This is all 100% proceeds. I know we said it before, but 100% of the proceeds are being donated. FDF, and us and Pristine Memorabilia, we're combining. We're buying all the memorabilia. You guys get a chance to win at it. Like I said, great leagues, great people, great prizes, even better fundraiser, just to make money. If you have any questions, you can reach out to any of them. You can reach out to myself, Pristine Memorabilia, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pristine Mem on Pristine Mem, MEM on Sleeper. You could DM me and I'll explain everything to you. I'll post the links to the charity and all the information on my community, and let's just make something great happen,
Absolutely, man. I'm so excited about doing this, dude. Like, I mean, we joke around, we play, we tease each other quite a bit on here, but I mean, it's all meant as entertainment for you guys. Like, we all actually like love each other and have a great time off the air talking and chatting, and we tease each other on the air because it's fun to do. But I mean, the whole point of everything we're doing here is this exact situation right here: is getting the awareness out, getting some things done that we can do to help people that need the help, and I'll have a great time doing it in the process. Leagues like this are going to be such a fun thing to do. I think the way this league plays out is going to explain to everybody how exciting it'll be to know that you're not only doing this, but you're doing it for a great cause and getting some awesome opportunities for prizes. So I can't beat it, man. Just cannot beat it. Right. All right, guys. I mean, I think that's pretty much everything for today. That's all we had planned. We actually came in under 2 hours today. Can you believe that? Like, wow, right? I could talk about the Bills for 5 more minutes if we want to we want to make sure we pass that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Actually,
God.
I love it. All right, guys. So again, let's say thank you to everybody who's viewed us and have been here with us today. It's been such a fun show. We've had a great time talking about this charity. If you have any questions about anything, please reach out to us. We'll be here for you guys at any time. Feel free to send us trades like Chris talked about, so we can have some content for next Thursday or for this coming Thursday show. And man, go subscribe. Subscribe to our channel, subscribe to Pristine, subscribe to the DGen over there, man. Every single one of them is going to benefit you, and it costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe to a YouTube channel.
That's right.
So please, guys, do that for us. And for myself, Sean, Trader Clem, my co-host, Scott, Run the Hurry Up, Busta Martin, a.k.a. Chris, Double Down, Dugon, Banana Man, Dan, and Pristine Memorabilia Billy, we are out of here.